Oh, hi everybody. I am your host, Crystallis Clark, from Family First Life team. Undeniable. But this is Thrive Thursdays. And I just want to start off by saying I have missed y'all. It felt like a long month. I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot going on. Summertime, kids are back in school. We're getting back into the swing of things. I feel like we had 4 seasons or at least 3 seasons in 1 week. I'm here in Virginia. It started off hot, then it got cold, then it got hot again. Now it feels like fall. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I miss my ladies. So I'm super excited to host this call for you all. Tonight we have a dynamic packed night. We have 2 phenomenal ladies who have been killing the charts here lately. And I said, you know what? I got to get my girls on. Like, what the heck am I thinking? They're like right here in my backyard. I have got to call them and get them on Thrive. Before I jump into it with the ladies, because like I said, we got 2 phenomenal ladies that we're talking to tonight. I am going to put in the chat my cell phone number because I meant to do this last month and I totally forgot. But please text me. I have a Ladies of FFL group chat in the WhatsApp. And sometimes I send motivational stuff. Sometimes I always send the videos to this call. And yes, this call is being recorded. But I want to make sure that we all stay connected as ladies. That was one of the statements that I made at the very beginning of the year, my mission for this group in particular, because we all have something in common. We're women and we're multitaskers. We're doctors, we're lawyers, we're physicians, we're counselors, we're aunties, we're nieces, we're everything. I am every woman. That should be our theme song. I think I need to play that song, at the beginning of every Thrive Thursday, because that is truly what we are. We are every woman. And so this is my phone number. I put it in the chat. If you just send me a text, I'll go ahead on and I'll add you to the Ladies of FFL group chat in the WhatsApp. And like I said, I just send out inspirational stuff. Sometimes I'll always send the videos or the actual recordings for the Thrive Thursdays. I have it in a catalog. So if you ever need to go back and want to go back to listen to them, the only one I don't have, unfortunately, is the very first one. And I'm making a promise to those 2 ladies. I'm going to go back. They started us off. I'm going to have them end out the year. So I'm letting Kali and Shaq know y'all are up for December. It's already in the bag. We started with y'all. We're going to end with y'all. And we're going to end with a bang because I want to make sure we get the recordings every single month for the ladies to go back and listen to, because sometimes we just got to be inspired, right? That is our mission. That is a mission for this group. So tonight I have 2 phenomenal ladies that I have the pleasure of calling them my friends. I actually have the pleasure of calling them my sisters in the business. We will text each other on a win every chance we get. We're like, hey sis, what's going on? Hey sis, I see you killing it. And sometimes that's all we need. We just have to high five one another and encourage one another. So I'm going to tag team with these ladies. I think Amaka is she's in transition. She kind of gave me the heads up, but that's okay. I know she's going to still be all right. I'm going to start off with one of my big sisters in the business. She's been in this thing for a minute. I'll let her kind of give her own little background, but it's KG Killer. I met her for the first time. It was so funny. We met on Zoom, and I think she'll agree. The very first interaction, it was like, I like you. And I was like, I like you too. And then when we met, it was like, oh man, it just totally made sense. We've been cooler than cool ever since. And she is truly killing it. KG, I see you, girl. Where you at? Let me put you on your little spotlight. How you doing?
I'm amazing. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, ladies.
Okay, so first of all, I like that chair. Ow.
Yeah. That's my blazer, but the chair is still cute though.
I was giving you a whole new look for the chair.
Oh, thank you. I gotta have a little print somewhere.
I am a print person myself. So, KG, just introduce yourself. Tell me how long you've been in this industry, and tell us where you're from very quickly.
Yeah, so I am from Lanham, Maryland. I'm here in Bowie currently, and I've been in insurance for a little over 10 years now. I'm a mom. I have an 8-year-old. He'll be 9 October 1st, and it's just me and him my entire business. I went from working 5 jobs at once with a college degree. I would work 2 to 3 jobs 7 days a week. I did everything. I worked at the hair salon. I was a bartender, manager, cook, everything you could think of in hospitality. And I did that for over 10 years. And then when I
Wow.
graduated college, there was nobody that would pay me what I was making. I was bringing a lot of cash home every day. So I'm like, and
Right.
I knew I couldn't work for anyone. I knew that I couldn't work. I didn't want to work for anyone else, but I knew that I couldn't work corporate America. I couldn't sit at a desk.
Mhm.
I tried that when I was a kid, when my mom would go to work, and I tried to. I did like summer, jobs or unpaid internships, and I would always fall asleep, and I hated it. And I was like, I don't know, how my mom did this or people do this. And if you like it, I love it, but it was not for me.
Right.
um, so yeah, I started out in a practice company I was with way too long for 6 years. And everyone knows Kali. Kali brought me over. I wish she would have dragged me over, but sometimes things happen in life that, position you to where you need to be. And it just so happened that um, everything that I went through in the practice company, I wasn't making money there at all. And she ended up leaving. And then I was making more money referring her to people than I was on my own pen in the company. Because in the practice company, we only sold term and it was a captive company. Um,
Mm.
yeah, and so I ended up doing both for a little bit. But before I did both, I actually went back to bartending. And at that moment, I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm starting over. I gave 1,000% to a company for 6 years, and I'm
Wow.
back where I started. And I was so depressed every day.
Wow.
No one knew it though, but I was so depressed. Like, what is in store for me? I could not see what was going to happen for me. And when I walked through the doors one day after, I think like over a month of bartending, COVID happened. And then they shut all the bars down. And then
Mm.
I can't remember exactly how it went down, but I know colleague found out that I was bartending. She was like, "Girl, you need to come over here." So I was like, "All right." So I was broken and broke. I made Panera Bread my office, and I didn't have no money in my account. I think I had like $1 and some change. I overdrafted my car to get gas to get to her house, which was on the other side. She's probably about 30 minutes away. And at that time, if you know her story, she was living in the blue room. So I met her at the blue room. And then I saw her in the field do 10 appointments, closed one. And after I was like, "This is all you do?" She was like, "Yeah, bet." My first month, I made 5 grand. My second month, I made 8 grand. My third month, I made 16 grand.
Mm.
And I told the practice company, "Y'all can kick rocks. Please terminate me ASAP like yesterday. I ain't never seen this much money in my bank account, and I want to
I
see
know
more."
that's right. I know
But
that's right.
even still, but here's the thing though, even though I came from the practice company, I went from selling one product and not knowing anything about sales, just 1,000% recruiting, to coming here, and I had to learn. I literally had to be a brand new agent. I had to unlearn everything that I thought I already knew because I didn't know anything. And those first 3 months that I made that money, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just being coachable to the system. When they said you were in, because at that time we were going in the home. So when they said go on a call when you're in the home, I didn't do that at first, and I wasn't making no money. And I was believing the clients telling me that they were going to think about it and I could come back. And that turned into no answers and no shows. But
Mhm.
finally, I was like, follow the system. As soon as I followed the system, I started making money. I called while I was in the home. I got the help that I needed. I drove over an hour to the office to get the help that I needed and coaching on the phones, whereas now we can just jump on a Zoom.
Right.
But I didn't know what I was doing. And I learned by just being consistent and being persistent and accepting the coaching and just following the system. So that was a little snippet. So I'm excited. I own my own agency now. We're growing. We're excited. We're always looking for new players, and we're always we all help each other out, and we work as a family.
Absolutely. I first of all, just going all the way back to the 5 jobs, I got stuck there. Like everything else you said was blah blah. You said 5 jobs. I was like, what in the world? But you
Yeah,
know, it's funny because I think we as women, we all agree we wear many hats, right? And we're the best multitaskers in the world, hands down. Like we can do anything at the drop of a hat and make it happen. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna kick over to Amaka real quick. Amaka, hopefully she's able.
You can hear me?
We can. Just tell us a little bit about you, how you got started, and how long you've been in the business and where you're from.
All right. So I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I got started in a practice company in FFL with another team. Real practice, real toxic. Won't talk about them. But I kind of sneak peeked at Kali to see if the entire FFL was this way. So a little bit about my background. I just retired out the military the end of March.
Congratulations. Thank
Thank,
you for your
thank you.
service.
21 years. I got 6
Thank
kids.
you for your service.
I got a
Yeah.
husband. I take care of my mom. I take care of a little baby too. So life is kind of busy. This is actually my first couple of months being full-time. And I think I was able to make I know I was able to make over 100K the first year, over 200K the second year. And I'm looking to go Hall of Fame for my 3rd year.
All
But
right.
I just went full-time a couple months ago, and I like it. I serve people in general. I serve in church. I serve in the military, and this is what I do. So I dig it.
Amazing. See, I mean, I'm just telling, I mean, you know, this woman served her country. That hands down, that deserves a praise in itself. 21 years in the game. I mean, you didn't quit after 4. You stuck through that thing and got that retirement. I ain't mad at you. And you know, if I'm thinking right, you didn't went through Desert Storm maybe, or you came right after that. You didn't been through a few things. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm throwing it out there from when I was gonna get in. But I know you've been through many different phases of, and then, you know, coming out the pandemic. That's all in itself is crazy. So kudos to you. I'm glad you're on this side with us, and I know we're gonna rock this thing out. All right, so ladies, we're gonna tag team it tonight. I hope the other ladies are ready. I would like to know from you both, and we'll start off with you, KG, because one thing I do know is, you know, I pay attention to the board. I'm looking to see who's posting. I'm looking to see who's killing it. And I've been noticing like y'all just been ping, ping, ping like a ping pong. Like y'all been tag team, tag team. So I feel like double dutch a little bit. Let me jump in. I'm trying to get in on this action, right? So tell me, we'll start off with you, KG. What is your typical day like in the business? Like, what is your typical day consist of? How are you starting off your day? Give us a little bit behind the scenes of KG in the life of KG, her typical day.
Awesome. So I get up maybe about 5:30, somewhere between that in the morning. And I work out. Is actually a lot of the times I'm doing just sending stuff over to my office manager while I'm walking on my desk treadmill and working out in the morning. And then I do my little spiritual work. Got my altar over here, right? Do my little spiritual work. And then I get ready for the day. I have my coffee. I got my son here, so I get him ready for school. And my nephew, I drop them both. He gets dropped off here, so I drop them both off at school in the morning. And then when I get back, I'm like prepping for 9 a.m. to get ready to go. We say our affirmations in the morning. And then first appointment is at 9. My goal is to have no white spaces in my calendar. So I'm booked every hour, and then I'm doing one call closes in between. And then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I have interviews on my calendar between 3 and 6 o'clock. So yeah.
Okay. What about you, Amaka? How's your day? What does it look like in the day of life for you
So
in your business?
I typically get up like, it's gonna sound weird, like 3:38. I'm at the gym like 4:15, sometimes 4:20, latest 4:30. I work out for about 2 hours. While I'm working out, I'm being fed spiritually, motivation. I come back, I'll read the Bible, I'll read my book, and I'll take a 15-minute nap. And then I'll get, because I'm old, that's what I do. And I'm already fed. Sometimes my mentor will drop something for me to watch for the day, but I'll do it too. But we start the day 8:50 with a prayer, affirmations, and it's rock and roll time.
Awesome, awesome. I realize you two ladies, you're coming from different places, but the background is very similar. You're getting up early, affirmations, starting the day, you got a set time. What would you say, KG, what are your greatest challenges that you've faced here lately in the business? What would you say have been your greatest challenges?
My greatest challenge that's a great question. Well, let me tell you this. I'm learning to constantly be still and sit my butt in my chair, right?
Mm,
But sometimes I
mm,
do get up, I walk around, and I'm on the phone, right?
mhm.
But I think I don't. I guess that would be a great challenge. I'm getting better at being comfortable investing more.
Mm,
So I know that was an issue for me at first because I'm like, I'm buying the bronze leads and I know I'm gonna work them like crazy, but my ROI is insane. But I was on the phones all day. And then
mhm.
I'm like, okay, well, if I want to cut my time and get bigger results, I got to invest more, right? So I went hard at the bronze leads just so I could be in a financial position to start investing and adding in the real-time leads.
Mhm.
And I mean, this is a real business. So like when you gotta, I've been doing it for a while. I'm pretty good at it and managing money, but you got to make sure that when the money come in, you know how to disperse the money and where it's supposed to go.
Absolutely.
That way you got money for chargebacks. You got money for, to reinvest back into the lease. So you can stay in business, and also so that you can pay your bills, and also, do the things and have a little bit of fun. Cause I mean, if you're not having fun, you're done. Right. But I think the biggest challenges for me was investing and spending the money and taking my lead spend to the next level. So because I decided I didn't jump in right away, the deep end. I started with the final expense real time with the bronze, mixed it in between. Then I started adding in mortgage protection. Then I started adding in IULs. Now, did I take some hits? Yeah. You are going to take some hits when you're learning something new, right? We all have, right? But and now I barely have time to get to the bronze leads or even buy any because I'm so busy with I buy the final expense, the vet leads, the mortgage protection, and I buy them all in a bunch. And
Mhm.
I'm so busy with those, like, I don't even got time to go. I just give it to the other teammates that's,
Right.
trying to get their money up and help them out. But,
That's a good problem to have, right?
oh, yeah, but I was like, "Shoot," and then I thought about it, and I'm like, "Why didn't I do this sooner?"
Right.
We be in our own head, and so,
Yeah.
I'm glad I made the switch because I can't expect my team to do something that I'm not willing to do or that I haven't already done. So I
You
can't
know,
sell them on, and I'm gonna say that again. I can't expect my team to do something that I haven't done or that I'm not willing to do, right? And so I want to make sure, I want to be the person that when they invest their money in leads, and it might have been their last dollar, right? They may not really have it, or they're putting their all in, that I can say, yes, I call the same leads. I dial the same leads. This is what you need to do. This is how you need to do it, so you can also have the success that I have.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody put it in the chat, that's a bar. She invested in bronze leads so she can invest in real-time leads. I mean, first of all, I hope that y'all are taking notes. There's not a ladies thrive call that I'm not taking notes. That truly is a bar, KG. See, that's why she the killer, because she
I
be
like your hair
slaying
too.
it.
You know why?
She be slaying it. So Amaka, tell me about what do you feel like are your challenges? What are some challenges that you faced just here lately that you would say?
So I wouldn't, I think, well, I know. So one of my biggest challenges in the business, even going over from part-time to full-time, was fear. And if anybody
Mm,
wants real, you could talk. This business is not easy. It's not for the weak. You got to be bold. And it's fear. For me, it was fear of who I am, what I can do. I think I can do this. 1 month you're nice. 1 month it don't look like this. So it was fear going in. But facing that, I got coaches, I got mentors, I got accountability partners. So every time that that struggle would come up, it's like every day I'm getting poured into. I'm getting better. I'm reaching out. A lot of people like suffering in silence. I don't, my mouth is kind of like, even if I don't tell you, if you know me, I'm a little bit, I'm very transparent. If you ask me, I'm an open book. So I'm going to tell you what's going on. But I think the biggest thing for anybody to do in the business, the first and foremost thing you got to do is invest in yourself. When you get better, everything else gets better. And I think a lot of people think that you can take the shortcut around and do you last. But I'm here to say, like, wow. And I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm like just scratching the surface. But it's because of the pressure that my coach, my mentor put on me to
mm,
be better and to face what you're fearing at that moment. So
mm,
I think that was a challenge, and sometimes you got to be accountable to yourself. If you know your challenge, hit your accountability. I do it all the time. Yo, this is how I feel. What you got for me? Like, pour into me, pray for me, tell me something. My accountability partner does it too. Yo, tell me something. Give me something this morning. We shoot
mhm.
the pictures. She's on it. Like, big sis, how you feel? Like, what's going on? I'm not hearing you. What you need. So you got to have those people in your life. And your biggest investment is yourself. Because if
Mm.
you don't invest in yourself, you're going to stay at the same level and you're going to keep wondering, hey, why I'm still here? I'm running in circles. Huh? You know, that little rat wheel, you're going to stay in that rat wheel.
Absolutely. I love it. You said, would you say, everything gets better when you get better? I mean, that's a bar. We just dropping mad bars tonight. That's a bar. I'm gonna have a rap song by the end of it. Okay. But that is facts. Everything does get better when you get better. Personal development, working on you. One thing I tell my team all the time is you can't outrun yourself. I can run away from you, KG. I can run away from you, Amaka. I can run away from Kali. I can run away from anybody, but I can't run away from me. I wake up with me every single day. So yes, in order to get better, you definitely have to get better. So I have a question. Ladies, what do you feel has been the switch for you all in turning up the heat in your business? Because it seemed like to me, as I'm looking, and I know KG, KG, I'll probably say you've kind of been like, it's been that slow tick. But Amaka, feel like for you, it's been like something has switched. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But what do you feel is the switch that has happened for you all, either in your business? Like, with the activity that you all are seeing now? Either one of y'all can jump in.
I think it's a bunch of different things. I know for me, being that I've been selling insurance and been in business this long, I've always known that anytime you start to make sacrifices in your personal life for the good, that everything else will increase naturally. And Kali says it all the time, how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? And so when I hear that, I think, okay, when I think of all the areas of my life, okay, when I do my self-evaluation, which is so important, because how do you know you're growing if you don't do a self-evaluation? Where am I slipping, right?
Right.
So I say, you know what? I need to get back to my 5 a.m. workouts. I need to be accountable. So when Amaka said she was getting those pictures, that's us sending pictures back and forth at 5 a.m. Like, girl, you on? Yeah, I'm on, right? So, or like if we don't see each other in the camera, sis, you good? Yeah, I just had to run and do a doctor's appointment. I'll be right back. Okay, perfect. Or we're just telling each other before, but also too, we have a core group of people that we've established, through leadership. Her, me, Khalid, Jawan, who else? A lot of other leaders that we have that show up every day on the live dials, and we all work together and making sure we have the same message, where we're unmuting, we're speaking the same language, we're all talking about the same leads. Did you get the CRM? Did you get the vet leads? And if not, okay, how many bronze leads are you purchasing, right? Making sure everybody's unmuting so we can hear them, so we can help them. Like, we're all speaking the same language. And I think the switch was, like I told you, investing more, right? That was a big thing for me, because I was cheap. Y'all, I'm telling you, I was like 75-cent leads. I can get my little return. I don't care if I'm on the phone all day. Now I really do, because I'm a
Right.
mom. I want to spend more time with my son. I want to be able to do other things that I need to do while still being able to produce at a high level and build at the same time. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so definitely investing more, but also too, being more patient.
Mm.
I realized that, and everybody knows this old saying, or if you don't, you should. You catch more bees with honey than
Honey.
vinegar.
Mhm.
And I can't tell you how many times somebody has tried to curse me out on the phone when it came to a client, and I didn't give them that vinegar that they wanted. I gave them honey, and they would apologize and do business with me some of the
Mm.
time. Or I'd get a call later on, hey, remember me? And I'm like, I get in my notes, she cursed me out. Heck no. But they called and they apologized, because it's not a no, it's just no, not right now. And sometimes, guys, things happen in people's lives that cause them to be able to shift their lane back to you where they needed to be in the first place. Some people don't put the burger down until they find out they have diabetes. Some people don't think about life insurance until their loved one that they truly cared about passes away with no life insurance, and they're left to front the bill. So
Mhm.
definitely patience, definitely being on live dials, being accountable, making those sacrifices in my personal life, or the areas that I wasn't too shabby at, right? And then also to investing more and sticking with the people who have what I want. I think that's so important, right? Because if they have what you want, why not do as they do, right? They're giving you, I mean, we have the blueprint, right?
Right.
If
Yeah.
Amaka is constantly closing annuities, and she's busting out these vet leads, she's busting out these mortgage protects, why
What
wouldn't I
you
be on live dials listening to her and getting advice
doing,
from her?
sis? Exactly. What you doing, sis? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to sharpen my recruiting skills. Hey, Kali, that script you got, can you send it to me? Like, it's something in the power of being in the environment of people who have what you want. And when they know who you are and you build that relationship, this is a copycat business. We're willing to give you everything, but you can't do it on your own and suffer in silence in the dark. So
Absolutely. It's so funny because I think, Amaka, I'm gonna shoot this question to you, and you all have pretty much answered this, but I want you to give me a little bit more. Um, what do you feel are some of the skills you develop along the way? Like, this has been an awesome journey for you. You have retired from the military, full-time job, working for, our country. You're a mother, you're a wife. Yeah, you're like thebomb.com. You're doing all these things. And you were doing your insurance part-time too. Because I remember when I met you, you were like, no, I'm in the military full-time. I was like, what? Like, I was a government contractor, but to serve is a whole different thing. And so what do you feel, are some of the skills along the way, now you're on this side of it, that you feel like you've developed along the way to help you sustain right now?
So some of the skills, taking care of me. And if any mom on here or any mother, wife, it's easy to put everybody in front of you. It's easy to be like, yeah, I gotta run my daughter here. I gotta bring my son here. I gotta make sure I pack his lunch. I gotta take care of my mother. I think that at a certain point, you can ask Kali or KG. I was like hot poop. Like, I got this big mask off, but I'm melting inside. Like, and it's like Kali put her foot in my neck. Like, no, here's what you're gonna do. No, you gotta have boundaries. No, you're gonna do this. I got a coach, I got a mentor. She got me into church, God first, like, and then the investment was myself. And you get fed when you start to pick up, and I tell her, like, wow, you get to sit at different tables now. I wonder what the next table gonna look like. Oh, let me rub your shoulder because you got this oil. You get what I'm saying? And you just get better as you get better. So I think that, and then a lot of people miss the bus because I was looking at her like, you want me to do what? I'm not about to do that. I can't do that. I have to do this, that. And she was like, no. But I say I'm childish, but I'm very coachable. If you give me direction, I'm going to follow what you say. I'm going left and you say go right, I'm gonna go right immediately, suddenly. There's no question. Any of my mentors or coaches, my pastor, you give me something, you say it, that's it. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. That's it. So, and and I'm a big advocate of that. Like, listening, paying attention. And as I began to take care of myself, I started picking up, oh, this is what that looked like. Oh, I could do that. Oh, I look better, so I'm gonna talk a little better now. Oh, you know what? I want to sound like Amy. I want to sound like KG today. I want to sound like Crystal. That sounds great. Who cares? It's a copy and paste business. But as I went along, I got better. And the biggest thing I know how to do is to be coachable. I make an on-the-spot correction. It's not an argument. Sis, here's what. The people ahead of me already got there. What am I arguing about if I don't know about it? I don't even know how to get there. So it's just, the biggest thing you can do in this business is be coachable.
I love that you said, and I hope ladies, I hope y'all heard what she said. She said on the spot corrections. On the spot. Like, I know y'all not my children, but we understand what I'm saying when I say what I'm about to say. It's like when you're talking to a kid. And when I say, hey, pick up your clothes. Okay, pick up your clothes now. Look at that. Not tomorrow. This is not a discussion. This is not a debate. On the spot, like right now. And I love that you said, on the spot corrections. Like, okay, you realize that's where you want to be. You've asked for it. You got the feedback. Immediate adjustment. I love it. I love it. So ladies, what inspires you both most? What would you say inspires you most? Because, we as women, we are constantly living and doing for others. But where does your inspiration come from? What inspires you the most to do what you do?
My goals and my family. I'm taking my income and my lifestyle to another level. I'm developing an ecosystem outside of insurance because insurance has provided me the income to be able to do so. And like Amaka said, to get in the rooms, to sit at the tables with other business owners and other people and meeting other people and just expanding, period. And then my family and what it's going to do for them when Karyn is retired in 2 years. Like, all I'm doing is traveling, and I might have another kid. I might not. I might, I'll be at all my son's games. I'll be with him I'm at every meeting. Look, I'm at everything for his school. We're traveling the world. We're going places that most people can only read about in books.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm excited, like my goals, my future, and my family.
Awesome. Awesome. Amaka, what inspires you most?
Oh, what inspires me most? I think serving. I served in the military. While I was in the military, I served people that been sexually assaulted. I serve at church. I serve my leadership. I serve the people we speak to. And and one of my affirmations is anything that God puts in my hand, allow it to multiply by 10 because I want to give back. I truly want to give back. And that's in my heart right now. It's a big thing for me because I know what it is to want to give as my mentor. I know what it is to want to give and can't give as much as you would like to give. But I think if you got that in your heart and to really serve these people, you're going to get what you want internally. So
Yeah.
that's a big thing for me.
I love it. I love it. So now, we've been fluffy. We've been feeling good. Y'all done gave us some great bars, some great gems. What do you fear the most? What is it that you fear the most, KG?
That's a great question. I fear being broke.
No, that's right.
I fear Listen, and
Yes.
I'm telling you, because Colleen will tell you, I'm always working on my money, like my mindset when it comes to money. Sometimes I still move. Sometimes I'm getting better at it. Sometimes I still move like there's no way we get paid this way. This can't be legal. Like I'm like, are they gonna take this from me? Like, if we get a new president, are they gonna stop paying me the way they pay me? Like, I don't want them to stop. So I fear being broke because, like Amaka said, you serve the masses, you eat with the classes, right?
Mm.
You really do. And so if you're chasing money, you're in the wrong business, right? But if you chase people and you serve people, money will chase you. So I fear the opportunity being taken from me, and I fear being broke. And I fear that I'm not going to be here today or tomorrow before my goals have been reached. So we don't know when that time is. So I really do move like there's not going to be a tomorrow. But still moving like there is a tomorrow. You know what I mean? But definitely being broke,
Absolutely.
and we want the opportunity so we can continue to serve.
Awesome. Amaka, what do you fear the most?
I don't know. It used to be me, but I don't really got any big fears now. It really used to be
What do
me.
you what do you mean you feared yourself? What do you mean? Unpack that for us.
So just what am I capable of or what I could do or am I gonna let um my upline down? Am I gonna let the people that are coming under me down? I used to really like isolate myself. I remember one time I had a big month and I was like, oh my goodness, I can't do this again. So I just went silent. I'm silent on live. I'm silent on the Discord. I'm not popping. And Kali calls. What you doing? What do you mean? And I actually tell her, and she understands where I'm coming from. because sometimes you get this expectation, like, and she always says it, you do 30K, now you can't undo 30K. You already know what 30K looks like. So you got the expectations, like, can I do it? No, I can't do it. And I saw to a Hall of Famer the other day. I'm like, bro, I know you as a Hall of Famer. Chill. But everybody goes there. And I think it's good that we express, like, hey, I did 40K. I don't know if I could do it next month because I'm gonna get lost. And you start to self-sabotage. So it for me, that was like one of my biggest fears. I really don't fear it. I know the business now. Like, hey, you gonna have 1 week where you the ish. You like, oh, I does this. And then the other week you gonna be like, yes, yeah, because I do it. Then the other week you gonna be like, hey, can I sell insurance?
Right.
Or as my brother say, John, can I even buy a policy myself? Like, because that is our business, and you can attest to it. But
Absolutely.
sometimes we get so emotional and we go up and down and spin around. But now I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna take a break today because, and I don't take a break like that, but sometimes it's warranted or your body is tired. But I don't have that big fear anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. I mean, again, heavy is the crown, right? That we wear. We wear so many hats and then we start to self-sabotage. And I like what somebody put in the chat, we think we're not worthy, but we are absolutely worthy, absolutely deserving. And that's the reason why I love Thrive, because we have the opportunity to talk and listen to one another. And I think every lady up here relates to just about every single thing that you all have said. I know I have. I'm sitting here shaking my hand like, yep, been there, felt that, got that, but it's encouraging to know that we're not in this thing by ourselves. We're here together. And that's the reason why it's important for us to lean on one another, encourage one another. I know in Q Thrives back, I said, hey, we have to help check one another's crowns. We have to encourage one another. And Amaka, I would definitely, I'll shout you out public right here. It doesn't matter. Like, if I get a big sale, especially, or something crazy happens, Amaka is like the first person to text me. She will shoot me, hey queen, I see you, girl. I see you, sis. And I'm just like, man, thanks. Because like you, I'll be sitting over here on the side thinking, ain't nobody watching me. I'm just going to fly under the radar. She'd be like, nope, I saw that. Congratulations. That's what's up. And sometimes we just need to be encouraged and to know that we do have each other's back, because we truly, truly do. All right, I'm going to wrap it up with this. I want you both to think about this now, because y'all dropped some major, major gems tonight, and I'm just super excited of everything that I've heard. I know the other ladies are as well. What would you say is the best advice that you have received that has helped you continue to thrive in this business? What would you say is the best advice that you would like to share with us as we wrap up the call?
So for me, I remember when I was working my 5 jobs, I had actually quit 3 of them and did insurance part-time. Now, even though I wasn't here, right, I was talking to somebody who started insurance with my same practice company years ago when he was running with the big dogs that are there now. And he knew what I was doing. And so he was like, listen, if you don't remember anything, the one thing I want you to remember from me, do not quit. I regret quitting insurance, period. Do not quit. Do not give up. Do not quit. And he was like, I wish, like I think about it every day and become depressed that I did not stick with insurance. And that his voice, just every time I wanted to give up, I remembered hearing him. And then I even thought about him. Remember when I told y'all in my story where the practice company after 6 years didn't work out and I went back to bartending, and then COVID happened and then they shut down all the bars. And then Khalid called me and I'm like, another insurance company. Oh my God. So I just held on to that, like, okay, let me jump back. This might be something different. And I'm so glad I did not quit, because that same person who was my bar regular, who now is just a good friend of mine, because I don't bartend anymore. He's like, remember what I told you? And I was like, yep. And he was like, don't forget me. And I'm like, I won't. I got you. So that's what I can say. Don't quit.
Don't quit. Amaka, that's the advice. What can you leave us with?
Self-development. Develop yourself, get filled, seek other leaders, seek people that are not in your shoes. And you can't listen to people that are not where you want to be. You have to find the people where you want to be. And if you drown, reach out. Don't drown. Put on your life jacket and phone a friend for a lifeline. But make sure they're going to fill you up instead of say, you need to quit that thing. That little thing you doing, I told you that thing wasn't gonna work. Because people are quick to say it's a thing and they're gonna put little in front of it, little.
Right.
You gotta go up and remember, you are the 5 people you hang around with. So if you hanging around with ghetto, you need to figure out how to get to another table.
That's right. You are definitely your 5 closest friends. Well, I'm glad y'all in my 5 in this business. Y'all in it straight up, hands down, hand to the man. That's it. Hey ladies, I'm super excited again to have you all. Y'all drop major nuggets tonight. I just appreciate you both for being here. Y'all always have my back. Y'all always encourage me. And I'm always watching. I'm dropping gems and stones and diamonds on everything that you do. But that's what this community is all about. I know Kali is somewhere out there just smiling like, oh, look at all my babies. Because we all kind of like are under her and so forth.
That's true.
But it just goes to show that, you can go from having 5 jobs, serving the military, being mothers, and being entrepreneurs, being sheroes and killing it in this business. I'm excited for all that we are definitely going to be doing. I feel like this group, we're taking off. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but I know amongst us, this group, we are taking off. We have a lot of ladies that I see. I've seen these names. I'm recognizing a lot of names. And one of the things that I really am passionate about is, I think that the women, we need to have our own women's conference, right? That's because the ladies are killing it in the insurance industry. And when we think about it, we are, top earners are ladies, right? And so, hey, why not pull from Thrive? I think I'm gonna throw it on out there. We need to have some sort of women's conference and rock this sucker on out. I'm gonna throw it out there in the atmosphere. God is he's my father. He hears me. So I'm gonna throw it on out there that's gonna happen in the future. Well, thank you, ladies, for joining me tonight on Thrive. Let's clap it up for KG and Amaka. Super excited.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Absolutely. This is being recorded. Don't forget, I did put my cell phone number in the chat. Just text me. I'll make sure I send you the link to the ladies of FFL group chat that I do have in the WhatsApp. Like I said, I'm just, really passionate about the ladies and what we're doing here because I know who runs the world. It's definitely girls. So tune in next month. I will have 2 more speakers lined up next month. I already got them on deck. They already locked in. So we're going to be right back here, same bat place, same bat time for Thrive Thursday next month. And I believe it will be the first Thursday of the month this time. No holidays are coming in place. And so super excited about it. I look forward to seeing you all. And don't forget to thrive. See y'all next month. Thanks, everybody. Thanks,
Good night,
KG.
ladies. Love
Thanks,
y'all.
Amaka.